crazy. Hello, everyone. It's Marie here from Skeins and the lovely Lorraine. If you've not met Lorraine, poor Lorraine has been with us now for about 5 months now, isn't it? Yeah. And she has honestly never had a photo taken so much in her entire life. And she has now, and now I've dragged her up here. So she's a little bit nervous, but it's going a little bit nervous, but it's going to be just fine because I arrived at work today and this vision arrived wearing this beautiful, beautiful scarf. And she has been playing around with the Italian fancy yarns that we have had for the last sort of few weeks. And you used to be a craft coordinator and you love working with craft. And one of the things I love about you is that you come in, I mean, I see things and I see what can I knit with that or what can I crochet, and I see things often very in 2 dimensions, very quite linear because that's what I'm used to. You come in and you see things in completely different dimensions, and you took these fibres home and you've arrived at work this morning with these incredible different projects. So walk us through what you've done, particularly with that, because I could not believe how simple and effective that was.
Yes. Well, I took them home because you said play around.
Play
with
around.
Them, so I thought that would be wonderful to do. And then I laid them on the table and I thought, oh my goodness, I don't really need to knit this. I could actually just, and I did a bunch of lengths at 60 inches. Is that 100 and...
It's about a metre, about 1.2 metres.
Yes.
1.2 metres, yeah.
Whatever, I used the tape measure to go around my neck a couple of times just to make sure it was long enough. And then I just cut all those yarns that I had laid out when I thought it was thick enough. And then I tied a knot. It'd be best to take it off. Yeah, take it off and show us. So you've got 3 yarns in there. You've got the rumba, which is this guy here. Yeah. That's the rumba there. Oh, look, there we go. Oh, there, come back. There we go. No, it's you're not
getting us out of focus. I know. I'm not. So that's the rumba there. Then we've got the luce, which is autumn leaves, which is that one there. And then the third one we've got in there is the Spagia, and this one I think is Fiesta, which is that one there. So you've got 3 yarns.
So when I tied it there at the half, and then I just wrapped yarn around the bottom.
Oh, kind of like a tassel.
Yes. Yes. And then over we go. And I stood in front of the mirror and I thought this will be a bit nerve-wracking to see. I hope this looks as good as I hope it's going to do. And it did.
And it's done. And that what I see, and that's just it. You could see, but you had the knot down in the centre before, but you could actually wear the knot off to the side.
You can.
You could do anything. So how long did that take?
Oh, 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
And I had a scarf.
I know, it's just incredible.
I thought it was very exciting. Yeah, I feel as though I'm going around with a fibre art scarf.
Yeah, and that was 1 ball of each yarn?
Oh, no. Nearly 1 of the rumba.
Nearly 1 of the rumba,
but the others were just bits of it.
Oh, but so not a complete ball either?
No. So I made something else of that.
Right.
I knitted all the different yarns. So I started off with plain.
Yep. See, look how good that looks.
And then I put the 2 different yarns together and did the first drop stitch.
Yep.
And then did another pattern with both of the yarns.
Yep.
And then did another pink and white, pink and blue and drop stitch. And then I wanted to introduce another colour because I was getting a bit low on the other colour. And I thought, I'll do the orange. And then I thought, well, that was a bit bright. So the next time...
you've doubled it up.
Yes, but introducing the orange onto this gives this graduated look.
It does. Now, for people who haven't done this drop stitch, it's really, really easy. You just wrap it over twice.
Yes.
So when you go to knit, you just wrap your yarn around twice, and then when you go to knit back on the next row, you only knit one of those loops and drop the other one off. Is that how you've done yours? Yeah. It's really easy. Really, really easy.
So that's going to be a cow. So I need to introduce another colour, but just doing 2 or 3 yarns together introduces you into the next colour change.
Awesome.
So that's the fun of doing different yarns.
Yeah. So Lorraine's done these, which got me all inspired, but I'm actually going to do this one last because this is my favourite.
Okay.
No, we're going to do this one now. No, actually, I'm going to get you to talk about. I'm going to talk about the scarf because I'm going to finish the scarf off, and Lorraine can tell you about the favourite. In fact, I think Suze was going to swipe that off you today because she loved it so much. So seeing these got me so inspired. So I was like, okay, what can we do that is going to be easy for you at home, school holidays, because that's just it. I mean, we have these yarns, you see them, people have been loving them, but not quite knowing what to do with them. So I got all inspired by Lorraine, and I started with actually the one I've got on. So this one here, so if you've been jumping on the social media, I've been taking pictures of this today. And what I started with was, and because I'm going to finish this off while we're talking, because this is how quick it is I've used a 20 millimeter crochet hook. Now we have got some of these which I've just loaded up on the importers clearance page, so you can actually purchase these, and I've reduced these down to $5 each. So we've got about 15 of them, I think about 15 of them. But you don't need to have one of these to do this. I did this because we could actually do this with finger knitting if you don't want to use a hook. So literally all I did was take Lorraine's principle of what she was doing, and I have gone and grabbed one rumba, one tape, which is the Adore tape, and then one other. So in this particular instance, it's the Luce and the Autumn Leaves, which she's got in this one here. But in this example here, I actually did the Imagine, and I'm just going to pluck it out. There it is, the Imagine Ocean Dreams. So all I've gone and done is I have just gone and wound the rumba off into a ball, taken the tape, and then I've taken this third yarn and I've gone and taken the strand from the outside as well as the strand from the inside, so I can double it up. So effectively it gives me 4 strands. I've gone and created a slip knot, which you can then, if you've just got a slip knot, a big slip knot, you can then obviously finger knit. So you can just do it literally like that.
Great for the children.
Great for the kids. So you don't require a crochet hook at all if you don't have one. Personally, I like a crochet hook because that's just me. And the nice thing about this rumba, see how with the rumba you've got like skinny bit, fat bit, skinny bit, fat bit. I'm just doing slip stitches, the simple chain stitches rather, and all I'm doing is these chain stitches in the skinny portions here. I'm just going to hold this up so you can see it. See, in the skinny portions there. And that's it. So I'm going to sit here and finish this while Lorraine shows us her last piece, which you did with the Luce and some of the Adore tape and some beads.
Yes, because I thought on the principle, actually I went on Ravelry.
Oh, that's good.
I put in ribbon yarn projects or patterns. And this is what came up, this lovely idea of making a necklace. So what I did was, I did roughly about 140 centimetres of each fabric.
Yep.
And then I crocheted a chain stitch, also finger knit if it's for the children, because I thought, oh my God, the children could get absolutely excited about this. I'm doing it through the school holidays, make mum a necklace all for themselves, or a bracelet, or a thing for their ponytail. And I did chain stitch, and on the whole idea is to have different textures. So this one here, I also put on some pearl beads, and I think that's what's made it. So I've got the 2 textures as well as the beads. And then I just tied a knot at each end and one in the middle. And that's it. And then I'll show you what it looks like. So I'll show you.
So most beads, I mean, if you haven't got beads already at home, there are beading shops, wooden ones, crafting shops. You could even make your own beads if you wanted to. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah. That's very cool.
And we've got all the different, and so with the different tapes too. I mean, like you've done that there with the Luce. We've got the Autumn Leaves there as well. Yep. We'll see that with the Turkish Delight tape, which is that ready tape.
Yes,
this one here, that ready tape there. See those two together.
Another colour.
And then, you know, with some jet beads or anything like that, amazing.
Oh.
And actually beads and buttons, even adding buttons to this, popping to the op shop and getting some incredible vintage buttons to add shape and texture will just really
let your creative mind
yeah
loose.
And you
It's
know,
good fun.
and I mean, any of us that have done work with kids, I mean, kids love to be able to do this. And what I love about all of these projects is that it's instant gratification. Because let's face it, we will get distracted and we get bored, and a device is only ever a moment away. But if you're able to, there we go, look, finished. If you're able to get that done that quickly, it just means that, you know, the kids have got something that they can do, and they can get a completed project straight away. So I'd sort of done
real achievement.
Oh yeah, so I'd done a third of this, by the way, before we started. So I literally completed this. I'm going to show you how I finish it off. So leave yourself enough of the tail, and then you just take that last one through, and then you just pull it all through to create a nice firm knot. So there's a couple of options with this. I've tied mine off to create a big loop, to loop it round like what Lorraine did for her first one. But we were having a loop at this when we started, and I've done 2 more because I can. This is me. Here's some I prepared earlier. But we were looking at this, weren't we? Garland. Look at that.
And a Christmas tree.
A Christmas tree garland. Wouldn't that just be amazing? And so then I grabbed this one, oopsie, just with the leftover of what I had, which was this guy here. So this one is called Forest Walk, Rumba Forest Walk. But look, it's in that lovely green, that beautiful deep green.
Autumn colours.
Autumn colours. Now, I've just gone and finished that off with the tape that I had. However, again, if you wanted to be a little bit more festive in Christmas, so you could combine those two together, and that would give you more of a festive feel if you're wanting something for the tree.
Marie, you get me started.
I know.
Look, wrap that round.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've gone and used the tape, obviously, to create that chain stitch. You can see it quite clearly there. The beautiful thing about that tape, I have to say, is, I mean, it's got a lovely handle. It's nice and soft, but it does give things, it does give it structure. Have you noticed that?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so it's really good at creating structure, which you've got there.
We were talking earlier, Karen and I, that if you had a cone and you wrapped it round, you've got instant little Christmas trees. There's just so many. There's such a wonderful craft wool.
So here we go. Look at that. Here's one I happen to have right on my desk. Funny that. So this is, these are just the cones that we have here, but you could do anything. So
yeah.
We'll just tape that down. Yeah, and you can just, you can wrap it round. Look at that. Yeah. Easy. Now, these tapes are $1.95 on the website. $1.95. You can have a fiddle around with that.
No, I was thinking this too.
I know. Oh wow! Look at that. This is another colour combination here. Again, all of these scarves. When I call them the 10-minute scarf, I mean the 10-minute scarf. It took me 10 minutes to wrap off the rumba and then crochet the scarf. It was that quick. See, look at that, cute. So I'm going to be whipping out a newsletter. So if you're on the database for a newsletter with the colour combinations that we've talked about here, and I'll pop them in the comments feed so you can actually see them. But this is really around having craft. If you're going to be having your kids at home, you're having your friends' kids, nieces, nephews, grandchildren, if you're looking for projects to do with them that are quick and fun and easy, whether it be creating a scarf like this, a garland, or getting ready for Christmas. If your boys, see if this were boys, they would be looking at this, and it would be camo to go over a hat, and then tying up your little brother. Look, you know, we won't judge. There are so many different things, and I mean, we just came up with this playing around this morning.
Yeah,
I mean, there's so much more that we can do. If you come up with another idea with yours, let us know. Now, the one thing I will let you know, just this, to knit one of these, to buy the yarn to knit one of these, is $6.85, because the rumba's $2.95, the other two are $1.95. However, you said you only use one rumba for your one and bits and pieces of the others. I've gotten 2 full of these, 2 scarves out of my secondary yarns. So if you were to do two of these 10-minute scarves, would only cost you $9.80. You know, that's cheap entertainment, not only actually for yourself as well as the kids. So let your imagination go wild. I know that this isn't our usual sort of traditional style yarns, but sometimes you just got to break yourself out of your paradigm.
You do, because it's fun and it's creative, and knitters are creative people.
Yeah, and I love the color and the texture, and I'm looking at this one thinking, right, what are we going to do with this one next? So there's so many different options out there. So don't be afraid. So thank you, Lorraine.
That's right, Marie.
For sharing. She's been so nervous. When I said to her, oh, we're going to go and do this video, she went, bless her heart. So thank you so much. If you get ideas, share them. Pop them up over onto the Speakeasy, or definitely let us know a link to what you're up to. We like to see what you're doing. Don't forget,
come and show me.
Yeah, and if you're in, Nate, come and visit and come and show us. Remember, guilty pleasures is our theme. I mean, I have to admit, this has been our guilty pleasure for today. Don't forget to post that with your hashtags for Speakeasy, and you can go in the draw to win those amazing prizes. But until then, get creative, have a bit of fun, and we'll see you probably again next week.
Bye.